Sure, and obviously we talked already about things related to technology and security and that sort of thing, and I would focus a little bit more on, frankly, some of the cultural aspects. And so when we talk about realizing some of the benefits of mobility, we talked earlier about the real estate savings, and depending on the projections you look at, they're huge, but that also gets to a very cultural issue of organizations being very attached to real estate. And I would say a related challenge is what I would call very generally untethering from the desktop. So and that's not literally, it's desktop in every sense of the word. So it's literally the physical desktop of the way you think about getting your work done at a desk, and breaking some of that mindset about how you think about what your work looks like and where you do your work. And some of it is also desktop and, frankly, the Windows sense, because we've built a lot of business processes around that kind of a computing environment, and it becomes sometimes very difficult to break that mold and to get out of that mindset of that's the way I get to my job done. Those are the tools that I use. And that gets into things like the applications that we build, the file formats that we use, and some of the constraints that they then impose on us if we try to translate some of that into a mobile environment. We see some of that where our business processes are built around Word documents and PDF files and a variety of other things, which nothing wrong with them in a desktop environment. They don't necessarily translate very well into a mobile space. And breaking some of that thought process around that's the way I get my job done becomes a cultural issue that we need to address. Some of it also is moving some of the traditional capabilities that we deliver in a desktop environment to a mobile device, and anything from as mundane a capability as things like file sharing or collaboration in the form of VTC and instant messaging and some of that kind of thing. I mean, applications exist for all that in the mobile space, but it's the challenge of making all of that as seamless as possible in the mobile environment, as opposed to this awkward collection of multiple applications that create a very disjointed user experience. So it's really, as you said, moving to an integrated mobile platform that delivers a seamless experience for the users.
Yeah, great.